Obviously, things did not go as you might have wanted, but wasn't that kind of offensive stall there at the end of the first quarter into the second? Do you think that was kind of the start of everything?
I thought we played a really good first quarter. I think late in the quarter we had 7 assists, no turnovers. We were getting a lot of good looks. We were competing defensively, but the ball wasn't going in. I think we were 1 for 12 from 3 in that first quarter. So didn't feel like the right result for us the way we played in that quarter to go into the second quarter down 11. It felt like we had played better than that, and I think our guys lost a little confidence. And Boston obviously played a great game and made 23s and overwhelmed us from that point on.
You have at this point I think it would be 7 of the next 8 at home. How large a stretch do you kind of view this for your season, trying to survive without Draymond and Jonathan, and just like how big is it to kind of, I guess, stabilize here?
I don't even think of the season in those terms. We just we kind of take it week by week, and we've got Sacramento on Wednesday, and we've got to flush this one down the toilet and get ready for Sac. We've been very competitive all year, and our guys have fought. But we've had a handful of these where we just get blown out, and it's these are demoralizing. So most important thing to me is for our guys to forget this one, have a day off tomorrow, and then be ready to roll in Sacramento on Wednesday.
Steve, the last time you talked about confidence, you described it as a crisis of confidence. Do you see this as a continuing trend, or do you view this game as a real?
No, we're coming off of 2 wins where we played well and competed, and the way the NBA works these days with so many people launching threes. I mean, we took 53 of them tonight. If you make a bunch of them, you're in great shape. And if you don't, and the other team makes a bunch, you can be reeling quickly. It's the game has these huge swings, and you're more vulnerable than ever. The way the game is played on nights like tonight when the ball doesn't go in, especially against the defending champs, a great team. So it happens, and we just got to, like I said, turn the page and get ready for the next one.
You talk about both teams launching threes like that. When they're not going, would you rather your team drive to the hoop more, maybe find some mid-range shots, or is the three-pointer such a staple now that you want them to keep shooting it?
I mean, the biggest thing for me is, I want good shots. I want rhythm shots. I didn't feel like the ball moved side to side very well in the second quarter, and felt like we got stuck on one side of the floor. And so it's never about the number of threes we take. It's more the quality of the offense. We're not a team that gets layups or free throws. It's just not. It's not in our DNA, and so we have to shoot a lot of threes, and we will continue to do so. But nights like tonight where they don't go, it's a tough road.
You mentioned that you probably did more pick and rolls against the Wizards than you had all season. I might be wrong, but it didn't seem to be as much involvement in the pick and roll tonight. Was there, with the way Boston was playing you, or Boston's personnel, that it just wasn't a pick and roll? Maybe. Yeah,
it's tough to run a lot of pick and roll against them because they have such a switchable lineup. So you get into ball screens, they switch. They've got size, at every position, and they're able to thwart that initial advantage that you can gain from running pick and roll. So you try to get the ball moving. You try to play with pace. I think we only had 2 fast break points for the whole night, and so we couldn't get any pace or any rhythm to the game.
Andrew's been playing so well, and it seemed like Dennis had been finding his groove a little bit. What felt different about them tonight? Obviously, without Draymond and Jonathan, it seems like you very much need those 2 guys to.
Yeah, I mean, they both had tough nights. It happens. Like I said, I didn't think the ball moved very well in the second quarter, and we got a little stagnant. And I think, that was where the game started to go south for us offensively.
It's not a new question, but obviously Steph was working incredibly hard just to trying to get a shot, with maybe some other guys who were not shooting it real well, maybe not wanting to shoot it that much. As you watch Steph go through this in the heart of a season, do you begin to worry about where this is headed for him just physically?
Not any more than just what's actually real. He'll be 37 in a few weeks, I believe, and he's got a lot of mileage, and we're trying to manage his minutes as best we can. And there's nothing injury-wise that I'm worried about. So we are where we are, and we're fighting every night, and we're obviously relying on him heavily, but we're also doing everything we can to manage his fight against Father Time.
I know this is probably a Rick question, but he said he'd like to get to the point where he can play back-to-backs. You got this back-to-back coming home, road home. Would you think there's a chance that he's playing in both those games?
There's definitely a chance. He's, like I said, he'll have tomorrow off. The whole team will have tomorrow off, and we'll see how he's doing after that Sacramento game. And hopefully he's healthy and ready to go, and Rick gives him the okay. So there's a chance, but we don't know. It's kind of a game-to-game thing.
So definitely playing Sacramento.
Yeah, I anticipate. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't. Thank you.